You know when you're scrolling late at night and it's almost like your algorithm knows it? You either get unsettling videos or fall down a rabbit hole on your own. I usually skip by videos that are obviously made to scare me, but I like to see how far they can get. Maybe I can find a rabbit hole, maybe I can find something new, maybe even be early to an ARG, or maybe I'll find something borderline between conspiracy and reality. I don't think I'll ever find a rabbit hole as disturbing as this one, even though it's not the first time I had heard about this conspiracy. I only recently thought to dig deeper, and if I'm being honest, I never would have dug deeper if it wasn't for this video. Okay, I don't know what I'm getting into, but better safe than sorry, huh? Load up Tor browser, VPN. That should be good. It's called Frazzled.rip or Frazzled.rip. I'm immediately hit with threads and hints to this conspiracy. This seems just like an internet hoax, but why is Hillary Clinton mentioned? What do you mean, snuff film? Before we get into that, let's take a look at the images. I just had to blur out an image showing a scalped face. Nothing else really stands out to me. It seems someone made a horror novel about this. And that weird face on the cover looks very similar to the Castaway volleyball. When I was browsing earlier, I saw this same face across multiple photos. To frazzle is to show the effects of exhaustion or strain. A frazzled face is the logo for this conspiracy. And there's a lot of scalp faces I've come across while researching this. The image I'm going to show is purely a conspiracy, but it highlights how much information people seem to know about this case. It reads Frazzled.rip. This is a purported file name of a snuff film found in the laptop of Anthony Weiner in a folder named Life Insurance. It was said to make even the most hardened NYC police veterans cry. It's said to show Weiner's wife, Huma Abedin, and Hillary Clinton performing satanic ritual on a young, surgically removing her face and wearing it as a mask to flood the victim's bloodstream with adrenaline. Blood drank in this state is an elite drug of choice called adrenochrome. That graphic is referring to former Congressman Anthony Weiner, who was under investigation for sending explicit messages to a minor. In September 2016, the FBI obtained a warrant and confiscated Weiner's laptop. During the search, agents discovered a large volume of emails that appeared to belong to Hillary Clinton. Emails potentially relevant to the already controversial private investigation. That discovery prompted FBI Director James Comey to notify Congress on October 28, 2016, that the Bureau was reviewing newly discovered emails. According to anonymous posts, besides the emails, buried deep inside the laptop, the file titled Frazzled.rip. Allegedly, the video involves these horrific criminal acts. The claims escalated quickly. Some posts said that NYPD officers were physically sick after viewing it, but the infamous claim is the one that ties the suicides of the officers to the officers that supposedly viewed the contents on the laptop.
On top of that, there's the Anthony Weiner laptop, which I don't know if you heard this. I wrote an article about that too. 675,000 Clinton emails when they got Anthony Weiner's laptop in a search warrant because of all his sex perversion issues. It was all the Clinton emails, the Clinton Foundation, her Secretary of State emails, Huma Abedin's emails. Lots of people emailed Huma as a proxy for Hillary, and it included what Comey called the golden emails because they were the BlackBerry backup emails that they were supposedly just looking for everywhere very diligently. Well, guess what they did when they found them on the Weiner laptop? They got a search warrant for things that didn't include the BlackBerry backup emails. So when they told us, when he stood there and said that day, oh, you know, we've reviewed all the emails now, there's nothing there, that was a bald-faced lie. They specifically did not look at the BlackBerry backups, and they didn't look at a fraction of the emails on Anthony Weiner's laptop. So one of the things, if I were the president, I'd do is demand the Anthony Weiner laptop and get it to the most trusted person in the military to take apart everything on it and then start using it. There's a lot that can be prosecuted, I have no doubt, on that laptop. In fact, I heard that the New York police officers who saw some of it, even though they're hardened investigators, literally had to go throw up.
All of the videos that were shown did not have any proven correlation, and there's no clear evidence of a connection. This is what obviously makes this a conspiracy theory, but that doesn't mean it's the end. There is one video I found that supposedly shows someone as a witness of Frazzled.rip. I did have to do at least an hour of digging to find this, and even coming across some really sketchy websites. People seemingly wanting to spread malware by claiming they have the link to the alleged Frazzled.rip video. On episode number 44 of the podcast Cult of Conspiracy, they talk about adrenochrome and Frazzled.rip. I will let it play out, but it does mention really graphic details.
Hello, and welcome to the Cult of Conspiracy. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Hat.
And
that's some fucked up shit. So she's chained to a small tree, this 10-year-old girl, and Huma Abedin and Hillary Rodham Clinton, take this girl, and they start doing the fire and the symbol, and then they start cutting her up. And in the process of this, they cut her face on both of them. The one with the bed, the doctor does it, but they do it really crudely. The doctor does it surgically, but they cut her face off. And then Hillary wears it, dancing around the girl, laughing and giggling, and they're all laughing, and they take the blood and cover themselves. They're naked, and they cover themselves in the blood. Excuse me, it's getting me a little woozy. And they laugh and dance around her, and she's screaming, "Why are you doing this to me?" And finally, she's just begging for them, "Please just kill me." And then once they have the child sufficiently terrorized, which they did, in this case, this child had a lot of fortitude, so to get her, that wasn't enough. To get her really terrified, they, like they do in seppuku in Japanese martial arts, harikiri is the term they used in World War II. They cut her with a Z across her stomach and pulled out her intestines and wore it around their necks. And then, excuse me, I gotta take a drink of water.
I mean, it's just,
it's nauseating, sorry.
Yeah.
They then, once she was sufficiently terrified and still alive, they reach up with, looks like some kind of forceps, kind of bent, very slender at the end, into the nose. and up into jamming it up into the brain. They knew how to do this, so they didn't kill the girl. They pulled her pineal out through her nose, and they each one ate half of it. I think Hillary did it and offered it to Uma, and she bit half of it, and then the walnut, as they call it, and Hillary ate the other part, and then the blood's coming out.
Honestly, with how graphic of description the video portrayed, I don't know if I will have to censor anything or if this video is going to get taken down. Obviously though, it's risky to post a video about conspiracies because it can spread misinformation. I have to clarify again that all this is not real and is just fake. That video shows just how a conspiracy can take on a life of its own. Nothing can be proven, but I don't know if it ever will. Thank you for watching.